Well, don't know if you're watching Sinister Lord D, but you asked to check this out. You requested to watch some gameplay. I don't actually know if you wanted to do that or not, so, but I obliged. Ah, shit, don't want to sell those. But, yeah, I don't... Let's put it this way, my dude. I've kind of beaten all the, like, I just literally beat both DLCs, and, yeah. You're not even watching. So I don't know why I'm doing this. Should probably put on pants, though. Hmm.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains. Geralt, I knew from the start you best the beast. Well, well, well. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
What have you got there?
Ah, there you are. Okay. Um, if since you weren't there when I was explaining before, I kind of beat everything already. I mean, I haven't done every single little thing in the game. I beat the main DLCs. It was great. It's definitely fun. But yeah, I mean, I beat the main game. I beat the, both, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine DLC. They were all fantastic. Um, there, not much, my dude. I'm glad, I'm assuming you can hear me. Like, well, now, I'm assuming you could have heard me before, because I'm pretty sure my audio is being broadcasted. Okay, cool. What drew your interest? What made you want to watch this? Because I'll tell you right now, sometimes I'm actually not that good, and I do horribly, and it's kind of embarrassing.
Well, I have a buddy that has the game, so I was just curious about it.
Fair enough. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's fucking fantastic. They did a really great job with it. I'm sure, as you can see, as of right now, I'm getting rid of things I don't really need. Like, I've amassed a shitload of things that I don't need anymore. And I need to get rid of them. Like, I see, before this, I had, like,
So long.
somewhere a little around like an hour or two ago, I might have had like 7,000 crowns, which is the highest I've ever had my money. But no. Yeah.
Let's see what you...
And well, that's because I beat the main quest line of Blood and Wine DLC. I don't want to spoil anything for you. I mean, as you can see, I'm already, like... I'm selling... once I've sold everything, I'll try to get to some interesting parts, or do something interesting for you, so you're not just watching me live the nice life as Geralt of Rivia. Because I can totally do that right now. I definitely don't need either of that. I don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. How long have I been carrying these around for? Don't need them. I only sold one of those, I'm pretty sure. No, I sold them both apparently. So I guess I'll buy one of those back. Oh no, I didn't sell both of them. What the fuck? What retarded... Okay, see, there are some small minor things that are irritating, like how the inventory system works sometimes. Like, when you sell one thing or do something, it'll move it from its one spot where a stack of something was to an entirely different slot. There's minor hitches and stuff. Like, I guess I should also, while I'm here, get not remove upgrade. We're definitely... Where's Iris? Yeah, we're gonna repair that. As you can see, if you look really relatively hard, I don't know if you can see so effectively on your end, but this Mahakaman heavy armor is 62 durability. It's about to be 100, but it was a level 18 piece of gear, and these heavy Elder folk boots were a level 17 piece of gear. I'm using them as a level 49. So pieces of gear you have actually really don't matter very much. I mean, they do in the beginning, kind of. It's... I'd have to start a brand new game to show you. And... I don't think I'm getting rid of that. That one I'm keeping. And I'm pretty sure I'm keeping that one too.
So long.
Like, cause... let's see what else. Oh yeah, I gotta go back up to this guy because I wanted to actually buy a new sword. Or have him craft one for me. Yeah. You like, you like dealing with me because I'm a professional, we get it. Oh yeah, found this at, this thing. I sold this. And as you can see, it's now like 2,156, which is way more money than I actually sold this for. Way more. Definitely way more. But, I found this somewhere, I think, along, like, level 5, is what it says, required level is 5. When I found this, I was like, I'm never gonna need another sword again! And then it went down to 0% durability, and I was fairly disappointed. I mean, it's not that I couldn't have gotten it repaired, it's just to repair it, it would have cost a fortune back then, which it was not worth. So... yeah, one of the things you're definitely gonna, I guess I might as well go out of my way and explain how the crafting system works. So, in this section where you see it says dismantle and all this shit, when, if you have something that's, like, fantastic, or not even fantastic, something that you used for a while and it's been a really wonderful weapon, or something or whatever, and it was a great weapon, and you don't necessarily just want to give it away, and you want to use it and make resources to build another awesome weapon, you go here to the dismantle screen, and you can dismantle armor, you can dismantle a lot of things, actually. Just keywords, not even just keywords, just pro tip. This thing, Xenovox, don't get rid of that. I mean, I don't think it's ever come in handy after, like, one mission, but you never know. It's probably good to keep around, because I don't know if I'll ever run into another mission where I'll need it again. This is a romantic item that was actually given between you and a previous your character Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold in the second game, Witcher 2: Assassination of Kings. I don't actually have that game for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3. I don't even think it even came out for either of those consoles. I'm pretty sure it only came out for, like, for Xbox 360, which is what I do have it on. But, no, you gave that to her. Inevitably, when you go to see her again, later on, in one of the earlier quest missions, like when you're around level 16, 17, you go to see her again. I mean, mind you, I don't want to say it's, I mean, so far I've never actually used it. I picked it up and I've held on to it, but it's because I like the romantic side of the dialogue options and stuff like that. If I've held on to it just in case I've ever needed to use it, so I wouldn't dismantle that. Talisman, I don't know what the fuck this does. Magic trinket from Yennefer. Okay, fantastic. What is this? Handkerchief. Why does that dismantle into silver ingot? That's what I want to know. I got that during the Blood and Wine DLC, right in the beginning, actually. But, forgot I have quite a lot of other crap to sell, too. Quite a lot. This, though. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's relatively self-explanatory when you actually delve into it. I mean, don't get me wrong, at first, like, the different coloration of items kind of threw me off. I'm not new to the RPG genre at all. I've played my fair share. I've played all the Mass Effect games, including Andromeda. In fact, I have that. Not on my hard drive at the moment, but I did. Nah, you can't play Andromeda with any... Well, I mean, you could. There is a multiplayer game, but there is a multiplayer section of that game, but I've never actually touched it. No, I've never... It's like the Crucible for Destiny or something along those lines. It's like they blended storyline...
It's more like a survival type thing.
Yeah, something like that. I figured. Yeah, I figured, and I haven't actually touched that at all. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I kind of deleted the game off my hard drive. I mean, mind you, it waited like 2.5 months or 3.5 months before I did that. Because I had fully beaten the campaign by that point. See, dude, I'm a campaign player. I don't 100% shit. I mean, if I do, that's fucking fantastic. I play for the stories. That's what I play for. Don't get me wrong. I also play for the fun of playing too, but... And, you know, if a game interests me enough, I'll perfect that shit. Like... with the original Assassin's Creed that released on the PlayStation 3, like the one that followed Altair from the beginning and shit, the original one. I got so good at that, like I don't know if you ever played it, but if you have, then you know how, then you know how clunky the combat is in that occasionally. I mean, you're not even necessarily clunky. It's more or less you're counterattacking everyone. Right? Well, I got so good at that game, I learned how to actually... I learned how to blend all, like, regular attack movements. Like, I could actively attack anybody I wanted. Like, I'd kill hordes of people. It was insane. The funniest part was when, well, no, this was way before I got that, well, not way before, it was a little about, like, a month or two before I got that good, but, it was, about, yeah, about a month before I got that good, but, my friend, or acquaintance, I should say. My acquaintance, well, it's not even acquaintance. I don't even know what to call him. See, I've known him since kindergarten, but he's kind of a dick, so I don't want to remain on best terms with him. And I don't necessarily just want to kick him out of my life either, because I've known him since kindergarten, but that's beside the point. But anywho, this person asked me to come over to his house and beat the final boss for him. Because I was the only one who could do it. Oh, by the way, this is Geralt of Rivia's house. Admittedly, you only obtain this after taking the contract for, the Blood and Wine DLC, which you will not be able to do until you're, like, 34. Like, level 34, I mean. Admittedly, you could if you do get the complete edition, like I did, for, like, 50-something bucks. You get all the DLCs, you get everything with it. It's insane, and it's definitely worth your time because, if you want to see the full world map, this isn't even the full world. Like what you see here, yeah, this is nothing. All these little shields. These are all little areas you can go to and do things, and just for. I mean, this isn't the most explored of my areas. Most explored area I have is probably over here, Velen or Novigrad. I mean, Novigrad's like smack dab right here. Technically, it's supposed to be this little section, but technically Velen falls around this section here. But as you can see, all those little question marks and shit, and when you're because there's definitely, I'm sure there's notice boards lying around and shit too. Yeah, there are notice boards. There's 19 of them. Like, these little notice boards, they're not flashing yellow anymore, probably because I've beaten the main campaign. I'm not entirely sure, but these things usually have quests on them. Like, quite a lot of quests, at least like 6 per board. And yeah, and there's like a shitload of these little fucking things all throughout the area. Not to mention there's other little things like, gotta find some, like smuggler caches, which is where I found something like, found that one, silver blade so early on. The Moonblade Silver Blade I was, talking about, the level 5 one. I'm pretty sure I found that in one of these, not one of these, but in a smuggler's cache. Guarded treasures are also fun things to look for. Plus, you can also find contracts on incredibly rare monsters, stuff like that. And the really wonderful thing about this is you needn't. I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? I didn't want to extinguish that. Oh my god. That's another thing. Sometimes when you go to loot something, you turn out a candle instead. That'll happen. Quite a lot, actually. Oh, I guess I must have forgotten to, well, if you want, well, if you're interested, I'm actually about to go, murder something, like some kind of creature. Like, that's what I'm actively about to go do. As you can see, I'm, like, arming up. Like, I was walking around fucking around because that's what I was... Alright then. Just to make sure I got okay, I think we're good. Yeah, combat's great. Combat is so much more polished than it was in the second game. Like, let's put it this way. I played the second game for about 20... Okay, that's not entirely true. Not 20 minutes. It wasn't exactly 20 minutes. It was probably more long... Well, you know what? It would probably help if I equip a quest. Knight for Hire. No, Fists of Fury. Oh my god, what is this? No. Witcher contracts. Here, we'll go kill the Fiend. It'll be severe. It'll be a fairly quick death for the Fiend, but I'm okay with that. Makes my life a little bit easier. Oh, I should also probably show you the leveling table and shit like that, too. We're gonna go to Skellige, which We're gonna have to ride up there, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I can fast travel to a point, but apparently I didn't discover the signpost near that area where the Fiend's located. By the way, you're thinking Fiend? Yeah, Fiend doesn't sound too bad. Can't possibly be horrible, can it? No, it can't be that bad. Must have chosen a Fiend for a reason, because it's a relatively easy thing to kill. Yeah, you're about to see those thoughts were wrong. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be incredibly easy for me to kill, because I'm a level 49. But when I first encountered this quest, I don't think I even originally took the quest. I think I denied the guy that... I think I told the NPC that I wasn't going to take the quest. And then I wound up running into this thing, which gave me the quest anyway. So I was like, well, that's great. Okay. Oh, God. That's another thing you may want to know, if you do plan to get this game. When you're a low-leveled character... Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Roach. Roach gets stuck on literally everything. Roach is the horse. But, until you're at least a level 10, I would highly suggest staying on, like, road paths. Or warden paths that you can clearly see, like the one I'm on at the moment. To get where you need to go when you're riding your horse. Or, like, just to discover fast travel stations. Because from level 1, you're able to fast travel anywhere, as long as there's a signpost, as long as you discover signposts. See, right there, I just discovered a hidden treasure. I don't even know where it is, but I'll find it eventually, once I kill this fiend.
Slower.
So, we're gonna switch to Igni. Guess it's up a little further. Yep, right about here is where I found it. There it is. Hey, buddy. One of the things you're... I have no idea why it's so fucking big. Or not even big, why it's so hard to kill. Should have already died. Yeah, of course I do. In fact, that's still in my hard drive. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He should have been dead. As you can see, I have 2 manual saves from before I completely beat the end of I could show you the end of Blood and Wine, but I'm not gonna do that. But give it a minute so it loads up, and I'll show you how the character progression scale works before you go. Or at least get a picture of it so you have a clear idea. That way you can decide whether you want to invest your time into actually purchasing the full edition, because there are certain upgrades you will not be able to ascertain or obtain. No, not ascertain. Obtain. Unless you have the at least the Blood and Wine DLC. Admittedly, I don't know if you can get them separately. I don't know if it's like Destiny 2's Forsaken thing, where you have to have expansions Curse of Osiris and Warmind previous before you can own Forsaken. I don't know if it's anything like that, where you have to have Hearts of Stone before you have... Alright, so as you can see, I have 1 point to spend. I've only spent 1 point in this. I should put it in that probably, but I'm not about to. The thing you see in the middle, that giant blue thing with the triangle button in the middle, that's the thing you can only get if you have Blood and Wine, I'm pretty sure. But or the only these here you can only get if you have Blood and Wine, and even then I haven't fully unlocked them yet. Because having enough ability points and having the mutagens capable or the correct mutagens to correspond with the other upgrades is a pain in the ass. So with that said, basically you already start with these in any of these trees here, except for this last one. This just holds your mutagens and shit. All these, except for this one. This one's completely blank. You have this top row open. This top row is open, and then you are free to choose from this bar until you invest at least this amount of points, which isn't the full amount of points. I've invested 4 points alone into this skill. I took 1 to activate it. I invested 3 points in total, 3 points in total, 2 points in total. I don't know when I did that. I don't know when I did tissue transmutation, but definitely sounded like a good idea. I put a lot of points in this tree too. Oh, points in branch. There it goes. It says up in the top right in the branch itself, 19. And then I have 19 points in the combats tree as well. And I have 12 in the alchemy tree. And in general, I have 3 in this tree. It's not that this tree has anything shitty in it that I don't want. I preferably would honestly prefer to have them all. This tree, it's just, unfortunately, you have to have abilities set out like this. Because if you have mutagens like these put in, not necessarily just greater mutagens, but the mutagens give you extra benefits. Like, so, say if I took out this greater green mutagen, I no longer get plus 600 vitality. And the way it works is you match the color mutagen to the color of abilities. That's why I have them in rows. And yeah. I just thought I'd clarify. But does that make sense for you? Yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but I figured I'd let you get a good look at it. But if you're interested in seeing more, I'll show you some in some other time. And maybe I'll actually start a fresh game for you to see. Well, yeah, not right this second. I'm talking like later in the week or something like that. Yeah. If you want to play Destiny 2 at any point in time, hit me up, dude. Like, no one ever hits me up to do shit. I add people and I friend people. Like, I meet people on Destiny and I add them and I friend them to play with the game with them. And then I play with them once. The day I fucking met them, and I never fucking play with them again. It's irritating. Yeah, exactly. Simply for those reasons. Alright, well, have a good night, my dude. If you want, I'll join you on Destiny a little bit later if you'll still be up. Yeah, just send me an invite. And a party invite. Deuces, my dude.